Come, sir.
Please come. Please have a seat. Please give your brief introduction.
So my name is Saurabh Bhadola. I come from Kordwara, which is located in the Pauri Garhwal district of Uttarakhand. I have completed all of my basic education as well as my post-graduation from Kordwara only. And my aspiration are to join Defence Forces. My hobbies are playing football, surfing YouTube and singing.
Okay. Sir, any specific reasons that you want to join the Defence Forces?
So from the early childhood, father was in the army, so the motivation was always there. As I grew up, it only increased. And then also after class 12, I visited multiple times Dehradun and I saw IMA. I think that was the beginning of my great motivation toward Defence Forces.
That is because of family tradition, eh?
That could be the one of the reasons, sir.
Okay, good. Sir, tell me something about Pauri Garhwal.
Sir, Pauri Garhwal, one fact that we can be proud of is that the sex ratio there is very good. It's above 1100 for per 1000 males. It's a beautiful place, lot of places to visit. It also hosts the birthplace of Maharaja Bharat, on whose behalf our country is also called Bharat. So also there is multiple biodiversity location that we can visit. Kalagar Tiger Reserve, Corbett National Park. So all these are located there.
Okay, very good. Sir, do you think that development has something to do with the problem of Uttarakhand? Recently, there have been a lot of infrastructure projects, and there was a belief in which I read in the newspapers that infrastructure development is weakening the mountains, and because of that, there are geographical problems.
Sir, yes, there are multiple issues, and Uttarakhand disaster is one of them. And yes, it is correct to say that infrastructure, especially the unplanned infrastructure development, has caused a lot of damage to the difficult terrain that we have there. And I think with correct planning, we can overcome that also. And we just need to make a correct policy and follow all the reports by the concerned departments.
Has government done anything in this regard?
So recently, after the Joshimath incident happened, the government has become quite strict in their regulations and they are controlling all the new infrastructure projects.
Okay. Do climate change is also affecting the geography of Uttarakhand?
Definitely, sir. Climate change is a big cause for worry for all of us. And Himalayan geography is already very sensitive. And when climate change happens, the glaciers are melting. We are seeing a lot of GLOF, glacial lake outbursts, floods that are happening. And many people have lost their lives and property in that. So I think that is a big concern.
Has the government, UP government or central government has any plans for sustainable development in that area?
So policies have been framed with regard to that, and recently the commitments from the political arena has been about sustainable development only. But we only have to see towards the future and how it holds. Currently, I am seeing positive changes with regard to the implementation and the stricter implementation and assessment of the situation and environment.
Okay, very good. Achha, name 3 religious places in Uttarakhand.
So there is one Sidbali temple that is very famous in Kordwar only. Then there is Haridwar, most famous renowned place, and also Kedarnath.
What are their importance? Just tell briefly.
Sir, when we talk about the Kedarnath specifically, it is one of the 4 dhams that are located in the Uttarakhand. So it has great significance with regard to the devotees of Lord Shiva. Sidbali Baba temple that is in in the Kordwar is especially known for its benevolence, and it is said that anyone who asks anything from the Sidbali Baba, he grants it. So that's why it's quite famous, and people from lot of places come, especially during the Char Dham Yatra. Then there is also Sir Haridwar. It is a very famous place. It is a location where Har Ki Pauri, Mansa Devi and Chandi Mata mandirs are there, and they have been there as a source of wisdom and guidance to a lot of people.
Third one?
So 3 I mentioned.
Okay. Thank you, Saurabh.
Saurabh, speaking about Char Dham Yatra, recently the government is talking about winter Char Dham Yatra. Do you know what it is?
Sorry ma'am, I'm not sure about it.
Okay. Can you tell me about Kailash Mansarovar Yatra?
Ma'am, I have heard about it, but I am not very much aware about it.
Are you aware that it was suspended?
Yes, I read it somewhere. There was something talk about Kailash Mansarovar. I am not very sure if it is suspended or not.
Okay. Do you know about the routes of Kailash Mansarovar Yatra?
Uh, Maybe, ma'am, it's through some passes in between Himalayas. I'm not exactly
Okay.
sure.
All right. Can you tell me about Uniform Civil Code?
Yes, ma'am. Recently, Uttarakhand has implemented the Uniform Civil Code. It is a set of rules that governs all the population, with certain exceptions still for the tribal areas. But yes, for all the people of the state, uh, irrespective of their caste, creed, anything, or religion.
Okay. Do you think it is a scheme which is fit for implementing at a pan-India level?
Ma'am, currently there are various challenges we can see, a lot of tribal areas specifically. But slowly and steadily we can move towards it. Like Uttarakhand has given certain relaxation to the tribal areas. We can do similar things with other places also.
Okay. There is particularly one provision which says that there needs to be registration for live-in relationships.
Yes.
What is your take on that?
Ma'am, I think the thought behind is a positive one. It meant to prevent any kind of harassment or the violence against the women or a partner in the living relationship. But it also hampers the privacy of a person. So I think it's debatable matter and it should be debated more. But for now, I think it was taken in the positive light.
Okay. All right. Can you tell me what you understand by sedition?
Ma'am, sedition was a British era law that has been scrapped. It was about the Desdroh or anything that goes against the state. So they had the power to kind of convict that person as the Desdrohi and they will put them behind the bar. So that kind of a tyrannical law.
Okay. Do we have this in our legal system at this point of time? Anything which is...
Sir, in recent amendments, we have removed the sedition law, but there are other amendments. There are other laws like UAPA we use to tackle certain criminals or the terrorists.
Are you sure we have removed this law or we have brought it back?
From where I can remember, maybe. I'm not very sure.
Okay. Can you tell me how do one decide between what is the degree of difference between hate speech, sedition?
Ma'am, it's a very complex topic and a lot to be debated about. But one thing which I can say is when we say sedition, it's a very big charge. And when we say hate speech, I'm not trying to undermine the hate speech. It's a big problem. But still, sedition is a huge, bigger charge. And I think it should be put on very carefully by the administration.
Okay. What is the meaning of patriotism to you?
Sir, ma'am, for me, patriotism is just doing your work, being a good citizen of the society, of the nation, and just doing everything to help other people wherever you can. And I think that is enough patriotism for anyone. No need to just boast about it.
Do you feel that patriotism turning into nationalism is a threat for India? Its
ma'am.
integrity?
No, ma'am, I don't think so. Everything not need to be taken into negative light. Nationalism is a great thing, and I think we should aspire toward it. It's a good thing. But when we put it into the negative light, then it becomes a problem. But for me, I believe patriotism and nationalism is good for the society until unless we try to take it to the negative connotation.
Okay. Can you tell me in this recent Operation Sindoor, some defense equipments were used. Can you tell me give me a few examples of it?
Akash missile defense systems was used, S-400 was used, and there were the surveillance infrastructure of the Navy was also utilized. And Indian Army Air Defense entire batteries of Pichoras were deployed on the border in an integrated manner.
So we say that we have now devolved a new normal for fighting terrorism. What do you understand by this new normal?
Ma'am, I have not heard about it, but from what I understand, it's about that we will have zero tolerance policy against terrorism wherever we need. And if we have to strike even going across the border, international border, then we are going to do that.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
while talking to ma'am, you said that nationalism and patriotism both are good for the nation. Until and unless nationalism is not put in a negative sense, how does one identify what is negative?
When nationalism becomes communal in certain sense, then it becomes problematic. But as long as we are saying that we are the citizen of this country, we are one, we are together, and we will work toward the promoting the progress of the nation, then it's positive, sir.
Why do you think being communal is negative?
Sir, because we practice the positive nature of secularism, that we allow everyone to practice their religions and faith. But when we are talking about communalism, it's mean basically when we are differentiating between people and we are trying to put one particular community at a pedestal and somebody at lower level. So I think we have to get rid of that.
That might be good for the that community. That if I want to serve my community, I will put my community over any other community.
Sir, I don't think so. For us, short term, some people might agree with that. But on a long term, we have seen what happens when these kind of things arise. Our neighbors are the prime examples of that.
Then again, coming back to your point, that nationalism in long term might become negative.
No, sir. I'm saying that this is the negative connotation of nationalism. Until and unless we take nationalism as a positive thing where we are united and we are moving toward the progress of the nation as a good citizens.
And that won't be patriotism.
So that is the patriotism in my sense.
Okay. You are a student of botany.
Yes, sir.
What inspired you to take botany?
So honestly speaking, after my graduation, I had option of taking masters in all three subjects, but botany department was very, very hardworking department which I saw in my college. The teachers were very good and the study curriculum attracted me the most because botany had the biotechnology element and I was very much attracted towards it.
You're attracted by biotechnology?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Kind of, sir.
What is CRISPR?
Sir, I have heard it is a gene manipulation technique.
You've heard?
Yes, sir. I have not read.
You haven't studied?
Yes, sir, but it has been 2-3 years, not time.
Okay. Then let me ask you, using biotechnology, these days we are talking about making something known as designer babies, in which the couple, the husband and wife, can choose what genes should be used in what genes should be present in their baby, in their child. Is this a good concept? Is this a good use of biotechnology?
Sir, when we talk about it, I think it's still in the theoretical phase. I'm not very sure about it.
Again, using CRISPR, we can do that.
Okay. So, at this point, if I think about that, it might not be very good for the later on in a long term. Because gene manipulation has benefits, but if it is done in a certain sense, like preventing any particular disease and co-genetical variation that might come in the baby. But other than that, doing specific choosing of genes in a baby might lead to certain problems in the later stages of the life.
We did that in case of cotton plant. We made something known as BT cotton.
Yes, sir.
It came out good for the society.
Sir, BT cotton took a lot of clinical trials. After that, we had BT brinjal also, which has not been released. It has been put on hold even after the GEAC committee approved it. So I think there are a lot of concerns regarding that, how we are going to modify the genes.
Right. You are from Uttarakhand.
Yes, sir.
There is this one EIA draft notification. You know what is EIA?
Environmental impact assessment.
Right. It is there for clearing. It should be done before a project is started. The notification says that any project on border areas, on international border areas, there is no need for doing EIA, or there is no need for doing EIA immediately. What are your views about it?
So looking at the Himalayan geography, I think it is a thing of concern. But we also have to see that there are certain projects that we need on the border areas for the security of our nation. So we have to find a balanced ground in between. And
what should be the balanced ground?
Like as the law has mentioned that we should hold it for some times and we can do the environmental impact assessment after some times and see what can be done to minimize the impact.
After the project is done, completed, then what is the point of doing EIA?
Sir, actually we can minimize the impact. Certain infrastructure need to be developed despite having certain shortcomings towards the environment, but we need that for the national security.
Okay. So,
Saurabh, you have given ITBP your first choice.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, I think I have been born and brought up among mountains, and I think I like the mountaineering and I want to pursue that also in the future. So I chose ITBP as my first preference.
What is the role of ITBP?
Sir, ITBP's primary role is guarding or patrolling the Indo-China border and also disaster management.
Thank you, Saurabh.
Okay, thanks.
Saurabh, what is your assessment about your mock interview?
Sir, maybe somewhat lack of knowledge, maybe.
Where?
Hmm?
Where you had lack of knowledge? Certain area? Which area?
Like ma'am asked me certain questions, so I was not able to answer.
Okay. Now you knew the concept, but you told that you have not heard about new normal, but your answer was right. Maybe you are going through the newspapers daily or not?
Sorry, sir. No.
You should go through the newspapers. Otherwise, there will be problem for you in current affairs. No?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you are a good candidate. You had good content, communication, body language, everything is fine. Some factual information you should have. You couldn't tell anything about Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. It's very famous. There have been so many problems. कभी बंद होती है, कभी start करते हैं, है ना?
Sir, I had heard about it, but I was not very sure.
मतलब it shows you are not reading the newspapers.
Yes, sir.
When is your interview?
Sir, on the 4th of June.
4th of June. You should go through at least for 3 days all the newspapers and all the current affairs. What are current affairs में जो issues हैं उनको अच्छे से देख लीजिएगा. ठीक है. Otherwise, your concepts are very clear and communication is good. But you don't know some factual points. So at least you should know some factual points in the current affairs and as well as relating to your state.
Yes.
Okay? Otherwise, you are a very pleasing candidate and there are chances of your selection. Current affairs अच्छे से कर लीजिए. State का knowledge आपका अच्छा है और ये hair cut आप देख लीजिएगा before going to the interview. You need haircut, I think.
कैसे मतलब साइड से इससे शॉर्ट करना.
शॉर्ट थोड़ा सा मतलब हाँ वो अलग से नजर आ रहा है थोड़ा यहाँ से ना थोड़ा सेक्शन ठीक कर लीजिएगा और टाई का नॉट आपको ठीक करना पड़ेगा.
ओके सर.
शर्ट आप सेम पहनेंगे?
सोचा था ये था सर.
ऊपर ब्लेजर है.
ऊपर ब्लेजर
यही है.
थोड़ा इसका कॉलर है टाई वाला कॉलर
या तो क्रम्पल लग रहा है अभी.
वो थोड़ा ट्रैवल की वजह से
है वो देख लीजिए. हाँ टाई
वो शायद ना नॉट ठीक नहीं बंधी है उस वजह से लेंथ कम हो गई है. मतलब अटायर पे थोड़ा सा एक बार फोकस करना. ठीक है.
एनीथिंग यू वांट टू आस्क?
I just want the critical remarks, if any there are.
You should go. I told you current affairs है आपके week है.
अच्छा.
Everything is fine. Current affairs अच्छे से कर लीजिए. जो issues चल रहे हैं और जो border issues हैं उस पर भी कुछ आ सकता है. ठीक है. इंडिया चाइना पे क्या प्रॉब्लम है, इंडिया पाकिस्तान का हो गया, लेटेस्ट कन्फ्लिक्ट हुआ. ये न्यू नॉर्मल वही है जो आपने बताया. न्यू नॉर्मल क्या होता है? न्यू नॉर्मल के बाद अभी ग्लोबल आउटरीच प्रोग्राम चल रहा है.
Yes, sir.
You know about it? What is
Yes.
global outreach? There can be questions on that.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, okay, fine. Okay.
Okay.
All the best for your interview.
Thanks.